less than a week into congestion pricing, and the MTA says it's not enough. And now drivers may not only be the ones helping to fund the subway. New taxes may be needed to fill the MTA's $33 billion budget shortfall. Political reporter Marcia Kramer has the details.
With the speed of a subway train barreling down the tracks, New Yorkers will soon be hit with billions of dollars in new taxes to fill a gigantic hole in the MTA budget.
Everything has to be on the table.
Lawmakers tell CBS News New York it's not a question of if there will be new taxes, but what the taxes are and who pays them. The MTA has a $33 billion budget gap, and without a new source of revenue, the system can't be fixed.
Math is math, and so either we're going to find new sources of revenue to fill this hole, or the hole will not be filled. So that's the choice we face: either take important projects that help the city thrive off the table, or find ways to pay for them. And I'm in favor of finding ways to pay for them.
And in finding a new revenue stream, lawmakers are mindful of the fact that many in the metropolitan region are still reeling from the start of congestion pricing, having to pay $9 to enter the central business district below 60th Street.
It's not good PR to have another tax proposed on the heels of a new congestion charge, but it's also reality.
It's early in the negotiations, but a number of ideas are floating around. A millionaire's tax or an increase in the mobility tax on employers, a tax last raised in 2022. Catherine Wild of the Partnership for New York City says that New York City businesses shouldn't be the only ones to bear the burden.
We're going to have to be creative about the financing sources. Everything's got to be on the table. But again, it has to be broad-based and fair, and the entire state should share in this responsibility. It shouldn't just be on New York City and its suburbs.
For more on this, Marcia Kramer is here in the studio. Marcia, what's the time frame on this? When could these taxes kick in?
Well, sooner than you think, actually, because the state budget is due on April 1st. This will be part of the budget, so those taxes will be in the budget by April 1st.
All right, so there are reports that state revenues are up. So why doesn't the state then just take money out of the general fund to help pay for this?
Well, that's magical thinking, actually, because the situation is this. The state budget, which is over $200 billion, pays for a lot of things: schools, health, hospitals, Homeland Security, you name it. So there's a lot of competing needs.
Sure.
And when I talked to Mike Gianaris, who's the Deputy Senate Majority Leader and knows of these things, he said, maybe you could take $1 billion or $2 billion from the general fund and give it to the MTA, but $33 billion, the only way you pay for that, new revenue streams.
People are not going to be happy about this.
They are not going to be happy.
Okay, thank you. You're just the messenger, we know.